This one puts you in jail. Ford filed a patent, serial number 0104469, where the system takes your biometric data, your face, your iris, and your fingerprint, and it runs it through a criminal database in real time. While you're sitting in your own truck, think about what that means. You wake up one morning, you walk out to your driveway, you climb into a vehicle with your name on the title, on property with your name on the deed, and before you go anywhere, before you've done a single thing wrong, your truck is already running your face through a law enforcement database. Ford's own patent language describes this as potentially useful for police. They wrote that. Ford wrote that into the patent application. So the question isn't whether this technology can be abused. Ford already told you who it's for. You just didn't know that you were buying a cop car. Now I'm going to walk you through a few of these patents. Lip reading, cameras inside your cab, machine learning trained on lip movement datasets, cloud connected, your face processed somewhere you'll never see, stored as long as they want. Acoustic lip reading, if the cameras aren't enough, the system emits inaudible sound waves and reads the echoes bouncing off of your mouth. You can't see it, it's just happening. Biometrics, your face, fingerprint, iris, filed February 2024, and it was published August 2025. This one is assigned a serial number because it's real. Ad listening. This is scary. It monitors conversations between everyone in the cab. It serves targeted ads based on what you and others are talking about while you're driving. In Ford's words, maximum opportunity for ad-based monetization. No description of how that data is protected either. None. How about Ford Pro Telematics? Now, this one isn't a patent. This one is actually a product page. Right now, fleet managers can pull live in-cabin video feeds of drivers on their phones. Ford markets seatbelt compliance alerts with the explicit benefit of lowering insurance costs. They said it themselves. This is the infrastructure, and once the infrastructure exists, it's going to get used and abused. Now, Ford isn't alone in this. This is an arms race. Smart Eye driver monitoring software is already in over 2 million cars globally. The EU's general safety regulation mandates drowsiness systems as standard equipment going forward. GM deployed biometric seat sensors and heart rate monitoring in production trucks.
Do you hear the drowsiness thing? And the guy's eyes were too big?
Yeah.
That's what happened to Janice. That's the same thing. It said she's Asian, by the way. It sounds like I'm making a racist joke. No, that's the tech. It decided you're sleepy. That's real. That just happened to somebody.
Wow.
I know somebody just went through this.
When in 2017, WikiLeaks revealed the CIA could secretly remotely control cars, potentially allowing them to enable nearly undetectable assassinations, the world was aghast. Now the government does it openly.
Mm-hmm.
Every government overreach is always sold as safety for the peasants.
This is why your leaders aren't going to fight the power or do anything for you, because the government's tech is always 40 to 60 years ahead of what you get. So they've already been under this system. You get it? It's for the peasants now. But you've already heard, didn't Mitch McConnell's Chinese sister-in-law, her car suddenly backed into the lake? Remember that?
Remember, who was that guy?
Gary DeVore,
Michael
the
Hastings? Was it
the one that wrote about McChrystal and Rolling Stone?
Yes.
His car went out of control? Yeah, a month later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Puberty says every new car in the United States will be required by law to have tech that puts constant surveillance on the driver by 2027.
Wait, states can't roll that back, can they? Because they can't say anything about AI, right?
That's right. You cannot regulate AI. Trump passed that. You can't.
New World Order, assholes. Trump did it. Trump did it.
AI in your car will determine if you're sober and fit to drive, automatically turning off the vehicle if it determines you're a danger on the road.
You keep fighting about what movies are good. And you keep fighting about if, what movies are woke and shit. Worry about that. That's smart.
This passed. Let's watch.
What's official, you guys? Kill switches are coming to new vehicles. Something you'd expect out of Orwell's 1984. And yet, 57 House Republicans joined Democrats to ensure the government can shut off your vehicle whenever.
All right, pause that.
Cars more expensive and puts the government in.
Here. I just keep thinking about Minority Report. Are you guys ready for your cars to shut off whenever the fuck they want? And this is the problem that you have to go and purchase a car below 19. I'm going to say 80 or 90. 1990, 1980. Those old cars.
It's
Anything over.
2010. It's 2010.
No, no, below
stopped.
2010 has computers.
They only make ECMs and PCMs. Anything higher than 2010.
So what about the ones below between 2000 and 2010?
Everything below 2010, 2010 and below are safe to drive car. That mean they're not smart cars.
But they'll still be affected by the EMP because there's a computer in it.
Oh yeah, everything will be affected by EMP.
Not 1980s and not 1990s. Those are not going to be affected by EMPs.
Don't do this.
I didn't realize how long this video was when I sent it to you. How many minutes is left?
This video's long as
It's pretty good. You just chose late though. It's late.
Yeah, I didn't know it was that long. I just sent it to you just for that first clip. And it's funny that Ford is the first one to do it, since we know that Henry Ford was the one that did the newspaper against the you-know-who's. So they came back and said, we're going to use your company. Yes. Let's go to another video. Boo, you still in here?
That was a good one. I was actually paying attention to that.
Yeah. I want to. How much is left? How much is left?
it's not that much left.
How much?
Shit, Facebook. I didn't watch it all myself. It's probably about another 2 minutes.
Fine, play it.
In your car.
There's a law that states that every vehicle manufactured is going to have a kill switch in it. The car itself will monitor your driving. And if the car thinks that you're not doing a good job driving, it will disable itself. So the car dashboard becomes your judge, your jury, and your executioner.
This sounds an awful lot like that new movie Mercy that just came out, which takes place in the not so distant future, 2029 to be exact, where he has to prove himself innocent to the AI judge, jury, and executioner. Now, this mandate for vehicles to be able to shut themselves off was actually put into law in 2021 under the Biden administration, under the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act. Now, what was voted on the 22nd was the funding for this, to which Representative Massey from Kentucky offered an amendment to just the funding for the kill switch portion of the Investment and Jobs Act. And that's what was voted on. And this is how the votes went. So these are all the ones that voted against stopping the funding, and these are all the ones that voted for stopping the funding for kill switches. Now, the argument for this is that it will stop drunk and distracted driving, but no one knows yet how far this technology will go. Will it include cameras? Will it include sensors? Will it include breathalyzers? Will your insurance company have access to this? Will your Fourth Amendment constitutional rights be violated?
Next thing is going to be, well, we need to hook this thing up to the government so we can dispatch the police. I'm just going to tell you what's going to happen next. They're going to be shutting your car off when they decide, whatever they decide from wherever they decided. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know about what you think about due process and the Constitution and the Fourth Amendment and the right to not be imposed upon by illegal, unlawful search and seizure, but punishing everybody for this crime, whether they've committed or not, if they're going to commit it or not, should be unconstitutional. This shouldn't really be a question.
Will this end up being government overreach, you guys? Really think about this, because Massey brought up a good point during his talk, where he was saying, what if you're a mother, you want to go get some stuff because a snowstorm is coming, you swerve to miss a pothole, you swerve to miss an animal, you do something that the car doesn't like, and then the car then shuts itself off, and then what? You have to sit on the side of the road and wait for the police to come and deem that you are worthy to drive? Will this throw your Fourth Amendment right to unreasonable search and seizures out the window because your car said so?
We need to get around the Constitution. Larry Ellison said we need to get around this pesky Constitution.
That's right.
We are.
We got to do it for safety.
You want to be safe? You know, in Florida, because there's breathalyzers that could be put in your car now. You know, for years they've had this
Yes.
if you're a drunk driver. And Florida didn't want to install them or get those devices because they make so much money catching drunk drivers. So they didn't want to use that technology. Isn't that fun? And so imagine risking everyone's life because the revenue is too good from catching the crime. So I'm saying that as a beacon of hope that maybe is the counterweight to this.
Come see me May 23rd in Atlanta, May 24th in Raleigh, North Carolina. We'll be May 7th in Burbank, then Tulsa, Oklahoma, Oklahoma City, Spokane, Tacoma.
All right.
There you have it. What's the next clip? What were you gonna say, OG?
You be finding some premium shit. Where you be getting this news from?
I have all the truth, and you know that.
All right, here we go.
I'm going to show you all the examples of AI taking over. What's this? This is the first robot Buddhist that has dedicated his life to being a Buddhist. This is ridiculous. This is crazy. What's happening? I feel like we're surrounded by fucking idiots. I mean, robots are cool, but I don't know. It feels stupid at the same time.
I don't know. What about the guy from Gava? He was like the last person on earth like Jesus. And that was like 1971. They proved he was actually existed.
I don't believe that story.
No, he actually fucking real. Like
You don't know that? Were you there?
He did. Yeah.
Were you there? Yeah, I didn't see nothing on camera. I saw a black bald man on camera. That's it. He didn't fucking do nothing.
He did it on camera. He wasn't.
Show me what he did on camera.
He was the Asian man.
He was no. Who are you talking about?
The Qigong practitioner from Ghana.
Oh no, that's Qigong, not him. I was talking about. I thought they killed him.
Hey, everybody keeps saying they killed my boy, man. My boy's still alive somewhere, bro. Y'all hiding on.
What's the next one? I pictured this going differently in my head, but I'm tired, so let's just get this over with. Oh yeah, the server, the computer AI servers that are in the ocean in China.
Damn.
And who was it that asked earlier? Why in the water? I don't remember.
J4?
All right, boo. Good night.
Water.
Yeah, why are the servers in the water? I mean, I know
because they need to be. Why yeah, because they keep it cool. I guess they're trying not to do what America's doing, because in America they're taking over water reserves for that from little towns. So I guess instead they decided to put it in the ocean, but that's gonna fuck up the ocean life and everything. So either way, AI computer, what's it called? Computer servers should not exist. What's the next? Show the solar panels. Like, that's ridiculous. Just to make the servers work, you need all these solar panels. Also going in the ocean. Like, that's a ridiculous amount. Even though I understand that they're doing something different than us and showing like sustainable, like it looks like a positive. They make it look like a positive, but in reality, it's not.
Man, but they got so much forced labor over there, though. Like, my thing is that they more advanced than us, but they got so much like forced labor.
Is drifting in the middle of the ocean.
What the hell is that? We can't see. Your screen is black.
That was me. I was on my phone. I was getting the next video up ready.
Yeah, stay
Hold
away
on.
from people with money and Hana. The Hana motherfuckers. I saw one for real too. Hana motherfuckers.
My phone.
They said people with
South
money.
Korea done it though. South Korea, Hana, Hantis River, Hana, duh.
Your screen's black.
Hey, say, "Fool, shut your head."
Oh yeah, I'm just waiting to push play.
What was I gonna say?
North
Oh,
Korea
so
do the penny. South Korea do the Hana.
but you see how they told us that North Korea is a bad, bad place and Kim Jong-un is a bad, bad man. But now that I see that we're fucked over here, what if he's just protecting his people from the AI shit? They don't got no computers, internet.
Hey, you know
They don't got
what's
no
crazy, though?
LGBT shit. They don't got no fucking TV overload. They're probably not all happy, but you know what I mean? What if he's just protecting them?
Like, it's
They
still
do.
dictatorship, though.
And they do. Because I say, hey, they like to get jiggy, I see. You go,
Like,
what
it's
they
still-
call
it's
Why are you
strip
talking
check.
like
Strip check. I see them on there. And I look cool, chi-chi, little chi-chi.
It's still
Why are you
dictatorship,
talking like
though.
oh my god. Play the clip. Let's do a clip. This is a recap of what they told you. The Hunter V was.
Yeah, I want to see this one.
Ship full of dead bodies is drifting in the middle of the ocean. But what doctors just confirmed will leave you completely terrified. So this cruise ship left Argentina with 149 passengers heading to a dream vacation in the Canary Islands. However, that perfect vacation suddenly turned into a nightmare because a 70-year-old Dutchman just dropped dead on board. As a result, his wife, who was on the ship with him, got off to fly his body home, but suddenly collapsed dead in the airport days later because she was already infected too. Yet, here's where it gets terrifying. Another UK passenger was critically ill. A German man collapsed dead on board. 3 more had to be evacuated. And cases just popped up in South Africa and Switzerland, meaning this thing is already spreading worldwide. Therefore, doctors confirmed it was hantavirus, a deadly virus with a 38% death rate and 0 cure. But it gets worse, as doctors said it's now spreading human to human. And people are terrified that this could be the start of the next pandemic. Which is why, if you search hantavirus right now, you'll see exactly how deadly this virus really is. And believe me, it's way worse than you think. But now, the questions everybody is asking. Should they risk it and save these 150 innocent people? Or should they just let them die on that ship to keep the rest of us safe? And would you be ready if this was the start of the next COVID? Comment your thoughts below. So a cruise ship full
Leave them
of
there.
dead bodies.
Yeah, what the fuck? And it might be fentanyl, bro. Like anything from South America, bro.
Now,
Like,
y'all
that
want to know
shit
what's
gotta
really
be-
going on? Them, all the stuff will go through that canal messed up. They using the same ships. They still acting like they got product going through. They're using the same ships and same trains where they ship guns, dope, alcohol, dead bodies, food. All that's why all the poison keep jumping up in the food because you're using the same thing because it ain't no ship coming through there. And I think they went into our own pipeline and started using their gas. You ain't get shit out of them Iran boys. They ain't playing. They captured 50 Delta niggas.
Hey, and you know fentanyl
We
slows
in
down
trouble.
and you know fentanyl slows down your body's defense system, like your body's defense mechanisms. Like it shuts down all of them. So it kills you because like it's disabling your body's defense mechanisms because it contains like ethanol and shit. Like you ever use like some vapor rub? Like it's more potent than vapor rub. Like it's some very strong shit. And, like,
It's horse tranquilizer. Tell the truth. Why y'all injecting people in the hospital with that mess? That's what you use to make the horse calm down. So look it up.
All right, let's continue. What's the next clip? Because I'm getting sleepy. Or is it tipsy? I can't even tell. Oh, here we go with the crisis actor.
Again, if you're eligible. I normally wouldn't make a video like this, but I feel like I need to say something, so I wrote a few things down. I am currently on board the MV Hondias, and what's happening right now is very real for all of us.
Well, there's some good news, guys. The good news is they found the rat that was responsible for the hantavirus, and his name is Bill Gates. Just so but how curious is it that the same guy who's making COVID propaganda is the same guy they hire to make hantavirus propaganda? He just so happens to be on the cruise ship. So basically, they're like, "Hey, we'll give you a free cruise, but you have to pretend like you have some virus or that your life is in danger." Same playbook, different year. Who's believing it? Honestly, like I know people like Andrew Parnas and all, they're all being paid to fucking spread this bullshit. But honestly, who's believing this? I'm not. Are you? Are you believing it? Are you mentally not all there? Do you not see that they're doing this shit all over again? Anyways, made beef jerky. It's delicious.
Gorgeous, gorgeous girls. Get that.
Crisis actor. Y'all want to call me crazy, right?
No, dude.
How many more crisis actors we got?
I don't think y'all should play with South Korea. I don't think they playing with y'all. Because one popped up in Illinois. Go look it up. So evidently it must be something.
What's the next one?
But you got to think about it though. Biological warfare though is like more capable of getting some shit done than like this other shit. Because remember, like the fentanyl epidemic, like remember they had like enough canisters to wipe out like the whole United States. And then the United Nations jumped in because they was like, once it reached the United States, it can make it to Canada and then Africa, China, and Europe. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
They don't want to destroy the American infrastructure. The only reason they still letting it go is because niggas buying stuff. White people ain't got money to buy stuff like that no more. They don't own it no more. It's bad for them, real bad. The rich elites, of course, they got their stuff, but we talking about regular taxpayer citizen. Niggas didn't get tied up with credit cards. We never could get that. I traded up that high to get them type of cards. So they struggling to pay off a candy bar. They ain't got a chicken hotel and all this stuff. So the Iran and Korea and even Africa, they say we only letting the United States stand because you niggas keep buying. Ain't nobody else here to buy it but us. Because they don't shop with they the opposites. They shop with they kind only. But we the only one who doing universal common economics when it comes to spending our money. So that's why they ain't toe up US. They say, no, niggas keep buying, leave it alone, leave it alone.
But that's like targeted marketing though. That's like targeted marketing. It was in like 1940 or some shit when it was called like the Negro Purchase. And like if you actually watch the video, it talks about like the Negro always wants to buy the most expensive thing in the store for some reason. You gotta go watch it, bro. But like, and it's another one about like they were talking about how like you give a melanated person like authority. And they was like, he started feeling like he's better than all the rest of them. Like, God damn, like they was open with this shit. Like it was a strategy. Like, so just gotta, man, warrior through
Let's
this
play
shit.
let's play one of the commercials. Play a commercial.
Oh shit, we got commercials too. Oh shit.
Yeah. So bingo. Oh, wait. Yeah.
The commercial, right?
Rolled out on those cruise ships. People can go
Rewind it.
Don't tell the people is that 6G rolled out on those cruise ships. People can go look this up. It's 6G maritime cruise ships. And 6G has rolled out on those cruise ships, so people are coming down with the illness. That's what it is, the Santa virus. Just like in 2020 when 5G rolled out on the cruise ships, people came down with the right? And then go back to 1919 Kansas flu when they rolled out the radio, which is the same as the lowest G, the cell phone tower. When they rolled that out, it came down with the Kansas flu. Oh, you see, once you go through all of the introductions of technology, that's when people started coming down with the whole entire flu or this illness. And a great book on that for people to look into is The Invisible Rainbow by Arthur Fistenberg. This is a phenomenal book with 200 pages of sources, but it talks about any time the introduction of a technology is introduced into society, they come down with an illness or any of those things that you would like to call.
I don't believe it.
Is that 6G?
I
Oh, fuck, time out. What the hell you mean you don't believe it?
Because they scared of South Korea. That stuff came out that Hana River and they put that damn raggedy rat on that damn ship and infected everybody.
Do you understand that if that were true, New York would be fucking empty? There were rats in my fucking rental apartment in the Bronx, okay? Climbing through the fucking window. What are you talking about? The whole Bronx, New York, Brooklyn would be fucking dead.
That's
I can't believe people. I can't believe. Wait, time out, because I can't believe.
Call of Duty put out infected for COVID in 2019.
Yeah, that's predictive. That's predictive.
And everybody in the hospital and stuff.
That's predictive programming.
No, the game be letting you know. Call of Duty just said it again. The game be letting you know when the season start up, and it be telling you the new thing.
Yeah, like but you're talking about rats.
Nicki Minaj started up the mods and stuff, then she ended up in Call of Duty and all that. Call of Duty be letting you know. It ain't no game.
Okay. All right, we're going.
The point is that the Bronx. Go ahead. Take it. Go.
What is coming next could make the pandemic look like a warm-up. I'm going to explain why. For the next 6 to 7 months, you need to start preparing for no fuel, no water, no food. The Strait of Hormuz has been closed or under fire since March 2nd, and it accounts for 20% of the world's oil supply. The International Energy Agency just called this the greatest challenge in history. We also see that Iran's power grid has been struck. Oil refineries across 3 different continents are offline. Australia is rationing their diesel, their oil. They're lowering their fuel quality. They're releasing emergency reserves. You also have Cuba in a total grid collapse. Nigeria's grid has already collapsed. Brazil recently had a nationwide blackout. And these countries are the canary in the coal mine, because this is the part that you need to hear. During the pandemic in 2020, they told us to panic. Yet this time it feels like they're telling us that everything is fine. Media has constantly lied to us. Politicians have constantly lied to us. Left, right, center, they all have lied to us. You need to learn how to trust yourself. Trust your own eyes. Trust the shelves that you see in your grocery store. Trust the oil prices that you see rising on every street corner, which means you need to take action. Starting this week, I highly recommend that you start collecting food, water, fuel, cash if you can, medicine. You need to do this for yourself, for your loved ones, because my prediction, what I see with my eyes, with my ears, is that we are headed toward an entire power grid failure, an entire supply chain failure. Meaning that within the next 1 to 2 weeks or 1 to 2 months, you will need to learn and you will need to survive for yourself. You will need to have a reserve of at least 6 to 7 months of food and water for you and your loved ones. And trust me when I say that I understand the size of my audience, and I do not bring this message to you lightly. So for your sake, for the sake of your loved ones, please start as soon as possible to have food and water reserves and energy reserves if you can that can last 6 to 7 months, because our entire system has failed.
All right, we got one more video. It's 5 minutes, and then we'll be done.
The pandemic look like.
We got one more video.
Well, OG left.
Balances have been updated. Time to start a productive day. Final notice, your account balance is below 500. You need 50 credits by the end of the day to avoid automatic eviction. If you have missed work due to illness, you must provide a doctor's note to reclaim your credits.
Any extra credits? Please.
Tensions are high today, with more people planning to join the Citizens Against Digital Control protest. Remember, the government knows who you are at all times. Resisting is not worth the consequences. All of their newest social credit systems are designed to keep you and your families safe and efficient.
Authorities seized a record balance of an individual's credits, citing excessive hoarding.
Traffic violation detected. 7 miles per hour over the limit. 75 credits have been automatically deducted.
You have to be fucking kidding me.
Yep, you got the flu. Your blood work shows a significant iron deficiency. I recommend incorporating more red meat into your diet.
Dr. Jones, your taxes were not filed and have been automatically deducted with late fees. Your medical license has been revoked.
Oh, hell nah, I filed an extension.
That's crazy.
That's hilarious.
Denied. Monthly red meat allowance exceeded. Try mealworms instead.
Are you laughing? You laughing? This is gonna be your future.
Can you guys please let me through?
Attention. Unauthorized political gathering detected. Participants' access to financial services has been suspended. Due to the speeding infraction, your car will be immobilized for 3 days.
Fuck you! Take your surveillance policies and rot in hell!
You've earned 50 bonus credits for reporting your neighbor's hateful misconduct.
That's fucking crazy.
Content exceeds your current social credit tier. May we suggest citizen responsibility? Sarah, open the door. You have been identified by the authorities. Don't resist. Don't resist. Don't resist.
Oh, well. Yeah, those two songs.
Scary.
And that's it.
That is scary. That is going to be the future. I'd rather be dead. Jesus Christ.
New Jerusalem will come save us.
What?
New Jerusalem will come save us. Well, I guess half of them, I guess if you get Neuralink, you won't be dead. Oh, dang. Yeah,
You'll be stuck here forever.
I can see everybody out there getting them extra 50 credits for telling on their neighbor. I can see that.
Yeah, but why do you think they're trying to raise retirement to like 75 in the future? How somebody gonna work at 75? If I Neuralink you and say your arm work, go back to work.
We got you, B. Bye.
They're coming for you. No, sir. On G4. They're gonna come for your ass.
If this the same timeline, then they probably is. But if this a different timeline, I broke the matrix.
There's no timeline, buddy. We're still here. We're still sitting over here.
Oh boy, I learned a lot of stuff.
Criminals, murderers, and pedos. Y'all pray to God while they worshiping the devil. Yeah, it's Hollywood, the royal family, politicians left and right. They seem anti-American, they anti-Christ. They anti-Christ. They anti-Christ. They seem anti-American, they anti-Christ. It ain't left and right no more, cause now it's good and evil. They used to call it a conspiracy, but now it's real. We seen the files and the facts, don't care how you feel. They having pizza parties, and that means they eating people. This might wake them up, QAnon didn't make it up. Missing kids got flown to Jeffrey's Island by who paid enough. The rich and famous, the young eat human flesh, it ain't for fun. It's ancient ritual, sucking adrenochrome from baby's blood. They call us crazy, but they should be behind bars. They call us liars cause they don't wanna get charged. They call
call us conspiracy theorists, but in their hearts they know all the names they call us ain't as bad as what they are. They are Satanists, criminals, murderers, and pedos. We all pray to God while they worshiping the devil. Yeah, it's Hollywood, the royal family, politicians left and right. They seem anti-American, they anti-Christ. They anti-Christ. They anti-Christ. They seem anti-American, they anti-Christ. It ain't a culture war no more, the real fight is started. We've been up against each other, but now we the targets. It's the rappers, it's the actors, the elites in charge. It's kings and queens, they all bowing to the prince of darkness. Things ain't getting better, they run the world with rich investors. The cult came from Egyptian deserts, now they cannibals in Gucci sweaters. Using AI to fuel agendas, control the news, the truth, the weather. Now we're ruled by a group of dudes who are all satanic child molesters. They call us crazy, but they should be behind bars. They call us liars cause they don't wanna get charged. They call us conspiracy theorists, but in their hearts they know all the names they call us ain't as bad as what they are. They are Satanists, criminals, murderers, and pedos. We all pray to God while they worshiping the devil. Yeah, it's Hollywood, the royal family, politicians left and right. They seem anti-American, they anti-Christ. They anti-Christ. They anti-Christ. They seem anti-American, they anti-Christ.
Like I say, get your money and get a 6'5" Creedmoor.
I gotta ask something.
Before I gave you that song, I know it's a
Yeah, I say, yeah, that what you gonna need to take a robot out. I ain't worried. 6'5". Creedmoor take a robot right off the planet.
When I sent you that song, I didn't know he said all that.
Wait, what?
Yes, can I help you, Miss Money Jew?
Hey,
There's
conspiracy
a lot in that
theorists.
song right there. He said a lot. And they're having a pizza party, that mean they're eating you. Wow,
Hey,
that's crazy.
conspiracy.
They having a what?
And when he said they having a pizza party, you know, they always have pizza parties at my job all the time. And they get ready to fuck us right after that.
Oh,
every single time.
Well, y'all need to stop eating the food. Y'all just as guilty like that man who represent Epstein. It's some old Jewish man. He saying y'all just like us. Y'all just mad y'all can't party and do it. He said y'all like going to the stores and you know the truth about what's going on. So when you go participate, you like eating them people too. I said, yeah, I ate a hamburger. Whoever it was, they was good. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I told their ass up.
It's all about that sweat equity. It's all about that sweat equity right now. That's the only currency.
Sweat equity.
They can go either way. That ain't good.
Why is this Jew still on the panel? Here you go. Were you able to hear that?
Shut your ass up.
Shut your ass.
I don't know where my heating pad is. What the
Can you hear the gun?
Everybody get your gas generator, get the inverter for the solar panel. You just ain't gonna be able to play all the games in the house no more, but wash your clothes on hand. It ain't gonna be too bad. Don't go buy a fancy car, buy an old Honda minivan. Old Honda minivan. I already got the car version.
Yeah, go get an old Game Boy. You can use those 4 AA batteries.
Not the minivan.
Yeah, because you want to be able to use the room inside the minivan in case you got to move stuff around and move more than, that too is going to be a lot of family breaking up. Because half our family work in the government too. So somebody got somebody who work downtown. I'm like, auntie, I don't know your ass. You better not bring your ass over here. We going to kidnap. Yeah, I shouldn't say that. But don't bring your ass over here, auntie. You work with them folks.
Not work with them folks.
What that does.
If they hire in the church, stay away from them too, because you know they contracted in. They gonna be telling on everybody. The church gonna start telling on you.
You got to fill out W-2 at some churches.
I'm drinking my berry all up.
Well, the show's over. Fuck 'em. You can stop recording.
I thought